Hello everyone, this is Dr. R. Tulasiram, Associate Professor, Department of Social Sciences, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research, Chennai. Today, the topic for discussion is market promotional activities. It is one of the topics that is coming under the course Agricultural Marketing, Trade and Prices. So in this particular topic, we will be dealing with what are the effects that is put in by the sellers to sell their products. To sell their products without any effect, it is not possible. So they need to go for some promotion activities. What are they? What is promotion activities and what are the different types of promotional activities that is being carried out by the sellers? That will be discussed in this particular lecture. Let us move on to the slides. Right. First, what is market promotion and why it is needed? So first of all, we need market promotion to differentiate our product with other products. That means we need to tell people about the salient features of our product. So then we need to create new content about the product and we need to communicate with the consumers. And also to create upsell and cross-sell opportunities. I will tell what it is in the upcoming slides. Then it also drives customer decision making, because when you tell the salient features of your product through promotions, people will come to know about your product. Then they can plan the purchase, whether to go for your product or is there any other products which is better than your product. And also it creates word of mouth opportunities. Right. What is this cross-sell and upsell opportunity promotions? Here in cross-sell, if you want to buy a product, the sellers will give you options, which is, with some other products, which is also related to your primary product. Say, for example, if you offer French fries, they will be giving you some of the products which can be consumed along with the French fries, right? Say, for example, if you want to buy a laptop, they will be giving you options to buy mouse along with the laptop, antivirus packages, bags, pen drives, headphones, etc. And in upsell promotional strategies, they will be giving you another quantity or another the mega sized product to you. Okay, they will give you options. Say, for example, if you go for half a liter of Coke, if you ask for the sellers, they will be giving you 1.5 liters of Coke as an option. So that is upsell. That is, they will be creating an upgradation in their product. Okay. So next, I told you about word of mouth opportunities. That is, at first, your product may be sold to only one customer. And if that particular single customer gets satisfaction with your product, he will be telling the same to another person and he will tell the same to another few persons. And in such a way, it will reach multiple persons so that the customer to buy your particular product will keep on increasing in the future course of time. So that is called as word of mouth strategy. So it also creates training opportunity for the staffs. It creates company focus on marketing. It creates testing opportunities and also it gives more and more revenue to the company. So overall, if you can see any marketing strategy with promotional activities that will not only improve the sales of a company, but also the employee will get developed in the future course of time. Because when he is trying to promote the product of the company, he is training himself. He is training his language. He is training his communication skills. So as a matter of fact, not only the company grows, along with that, the employee also grows with the company. So now we will see what is promotional mix. A specific combination of promotional methods used for one product or a family of product is called as promotional mix. It includes many techniques. Say, for example, print or broadcast advertising, that is the advertisement that we see in newspapers and televisions. Direct marketing, personal selling, where the customer and seller will have face-to-face interactions. Point of sale displays, that is when you go to the shopping market, inside the market, you will be seeing some displays. They will show you some displays in which the offers will be displayed. And merchandising, that is the normal retail shops where we can go for a purchase. So these are some of the different strategies. So all these strategies combinedly called as promotional mix. So in a promotion, in a market promotion, you will have all these 5 types. So that is called as marketing mix. Right. So as I told you, it is the combination or blend of marketing communication channels. Okay, so promotional mix that includes sales promotion, advertisements through newspapers and TV, personal selling, that is the sellers will have a direct contact with the buyers, and also publicity through televisions, radios, newspapers, magazines, etc. that can easily explain your product. Even in some of the TV shows, the products will be displayed in the TV shows, and that also acts as an advertisement for your product, for which you need to pay the television some money. Right. So next will, the first type of a promotion here in marketing is advertising. So it is a paid presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor in a mass media. That is through television or through magazines in a printed form. You can sell your product, you can advertise your product. So in that advertisement, you will go for different ideas to portray your product, right? For which you need to pay them. And it may not be the product alone, it may be a product or your service. Okay, it may, you can sell your service or it may be the product. Say for example, it may be a TV, okay, Uni.TV, LG TV, Whirlpool, washing machine. These things are coming under product category. Services example, you have service centers, HP service centers for laptops, okay, AC cleaning services are also there, okay. So those things will be coming under services. For both goods selling and services selling, you can use advertising, and there are two types of advertisements. One is broadcasting and another one is printed. The next, you can see some of the examples for these advertisements. You can advertise it through billboard. So billboard, you can see it in the national highways, in the which is located in the highest position in the roadways, the right side or left side. When you go for a travel through car or bus, you can see these billboards that consist of advertisements. Even some of the TV serials, shows, movies, advertisements will be displayed in this billboard. Okay, and some of the ads also you can see in the televisions, right, in both in the printed form and also in the audio visual form. And radio ads also there. Okay, through radio ads you can tell about your products to others, and also through some leaflets, pamphlets also you can advertise your product. Say for example, if you are going for a conference, if you're going to conduct a conference, Agriculture Index 2017, so about the conference you can advertise it through printed media. The next one is called catalogs. Catalog, you can see it can be a multiple pages that can be folded, so that consists of different products in a company, different machines in a machinery company, etc. And the whole profile of the products along with the photographs of the product that will be displayed in the catalog. And you can even use signs, symbols to promote your products. Okay, either through calendars, right? Either through symbols. In the roadside, you can use your symbols to promote your product, and also you can serve for the society by helping the traffic signals. Okay, the next one is in-store displays. Once you go to the market, inside the shop, you can see for some of the products they will be displaying inside the store. Okay, so here you can see, I mean, the school kids, equipments, the things which is needed by the school kids have been displayed here. And also here you can see some of the eatables will be displayed inside the store. So these things are called as in-store displays. So these are the different types of methods that we can use for advertising our products. So next one is advertisement. Under advertisement you have posters. Okay, so here you can see the groceries will be delivered to the doorsteps of each and every household. Okay, so this will be coming under poster category. This is also one of the advertising method. Next one is you can also market your products through mobile apps, mobile applications. So whatever store which is available outside that has a app, okay, Lenskart, okay, you have a LG showroom, LG app is also be there. Okay, so you can directly get it from the shop, or else the shop will be having app that can be downloaded in your mobile, and through the mobile you can go for purchasing. And you also have motion pictures through which you can advertise your products. It can be any eatables, jewels, agriculture products, etc. And even you can have web pages exclusively to market your products. So either you can go to the store to buy any product. Apart from that, you have one more option that you can go through the internet, and you can go to the particular website from which you want to purchase your product, through which you can finally complete your purchase. That is web pages. So next one is banner ads. That is one of the important types of advertisements. So through the banners, I mean, some of the pesticide companies, fertilizer companies, seed companies, they will be holding some banners whenever they try to market their produce to consumers. And also directly they will be contacting with the each and individual customers through emails. Okay, you can receive emails for cosmetics, okay, some applications for softwares, etc. They'll be approaching you through email officially, and you can negotiate with the sellers, and you can finally end up in buying a product. Right. So these are some of the modes of advertisements. It can be through letters, TV, televisions, audiovisual aids, internet, radio, newspaper, magazines, printed form of any form of prints. Okay. So these are some of the modes through which we can advertise our products. So what are the main objectives of these advertisements? It exposes communication to target audience. You can catch the audience who can be called as the potential buyer of your products, and you can create awareness about your products to the customers. It changes the attitude of the buying behavior of the customers, and also it increases the sales, and ultimately it gives you more profit in your business. Right. So these are some of the profiles of major media types. You have newspapers, televisions, direct mails. So each and every media type will have their own pros and cons. Okay, I mean, as far as newspapers are concerned, it is highly flexible, timeliness, good local market coverage, broad acceptance, etc. But the limitations for newspapers is short life, poor reproduction quality, and small pass along audience. Television can reach many people, and the advertisements, promotions that you give through television will be more attractive, but it is highly cost effective. Okay. And the third one is direct mail. It is audience selectivity. Okay. If you want to get it, you can get it. Otherwise, you can avoid them. But the limitations are relatively high cost. Okay. Many a times it may be served, it may be treated as a disturbance to the customers. Not all the mails will be liked by you. You may like only few mails, which is important to you. All the other mails can be treated as junk mails. And radio, it is mass use. It is very easy to understand. The person who are illiterate can also go through radio. But televisions, those who are literate, no, they can only access the televisions. Magazines, it covers high area, but long ad purchase leads to different time, and there is wastage in circulation, and there is no guarantee of position, because they will be giving you a particular place in which you can advertise your product, and that place will not be liked by many people, because customers normally, most of the people, they read only the major pages of a newspaper. Okay, and if your advertisement is given in the last page corner, nobody will see your advertisement. That is one of the limitations of this media. Now, outdoor selling, that is normal, right, where you can cover large amount of audience. Okay, and there will be more competition also. Right. So next method of promotion measures after advertisement is personal selling. It is the process of helping and persuading one or more prospects to purchase a goods or services, or to act on any idea through the use of an oral presentation, either directly or by telephone. So personal selling is not only having face-to-face conversation with the sellers or customers, it is also through telephone, right? So nowadays, each and everyone receives at least 5 or 4 calls daily from some customer care company. Okay, that is also for personal selling. They want to sell something to you. At least they call a tune for your mobile phones. So some of the examples for personal selling includes sales presentation, sales meeting, sales training, and incentive programs for intermediate salespeople, samples, and telemarketing. Telemarketing in the sense marketing through telephones. So first one is the sales presentation. Here they will be showing you the demo. If you want to buy a camera, they will be showing you how it works. If you want to buy a television, they will be showing you how the television runs. Okay, they will be telling all the profile of that particular product before selling it. And sales meeting, where one of the fellows will be convincing all the other dignitaries who is sitting the meeting to convince you to buy their product. And training incentives, it is exclusively for the staff of a company. So by giving enough training and extra packages, rewards in the form of incentives, okay, that may make the representations from the company a better person. If they are happy, and they can easily promote the product of the company, and the sales will increase. And you can also go for sample meeting. Okay, so what happens here? You can have a meeting. Inside the meeting, you can give people or the spectators with some sample packets. they can use these sample packets first. If they are satisfied with the model packets, they can come and they can go for bulk orders from your company. So just to convince them with the quality of the product, you can give them some sample products. So the last one in this personal selling is telemarketing. The marketing is done between two people, and one of the person, the phone on one side is the seller, on the other side, or seller or representatives on the other side, there is one more person sitting. He can be considered as the consumer. So this is called telemarketing. So these are some of the examples that is coming under personal selling. So some of the advantage here are high customer attention, message is customized, interactivity, persuasive impact, potential for development of relationship, adaptable, and opportunity to close the sale. So these are some of the advantages of personal selling. You can usually negotiate, but the main advantage is, since you have a direct contact, we need to spend some time. It is highly cost effective, labor intensive, because for each and every customer, one of the person has to be given as a representation. Oh, they need to continuously make calls. Okay, if you are busy, if you tell them like, okay, I will contact you tomorrow, again the sales representative, I will call you tomorrow. So they need to make some continuous contact. Can only reach a limited number of customers. To follow each and every customers, we cannot do that daily. Even if we do that daily, we can cover only the limited number of customers under our head. So this is with regard to personal selling. So next promotional method is sales promotion. So it is the media and non-media marketing communication, which is used for predetermined limited time to increase consumer demand, stimulate market demand, or to improve product availability. Okay, through some of the examples you can understand this sales promotion. Okay, so what do they give? They give coupons, they use sweepstakes, contest, product samples, rebates, tie-ins, self-liquidating premiums, trade shows, trade-ins, exhibitions, etc. Right? So now we will see these examples one by one. The first one is coupons. Once you make a purchase, you'll be given with a coupon. By using this coupon in the future, if you use this coupon code, you'll be given with an offer. And sweepstakes, you can see, once you go for a purchase, okay, they'll be giving a contest, right? So if you enter the purchase, you may have a chance to win 500 rupees. You may have a chance to win a car. So these things are coming under sweepstakes. The third one is rebates. So in rebates, you can see, once the purchase is getting over, you'll be given with a cashback offer. No, everyone is receiving it, right? So if you want to buy something for 1,000 rupees, once you have paid 1,000 rupees, you get the product. After 2 days, 10% of the price money that will be deposited to your account automatically. So that is cashback offer. So these things are called as rebates. So by giving rebates to the consumer, you can attract consumer and you can increase the sales. This will be highly attractive. Next one is tie-ins. So what happened here? If you buy a product, okay, this product will have a tie-up with another product. Okay, so what happens when they have tie-up with another product? Okay, when you buy the first product, the second product will be given as a free. So most of the times you go for purchase to buy the first product. Many people, they go for purchase to buy that free product. So to give such a product as free, the seller has to contact another company to have a tie-up with them. So that is called as promotional tie-ins, right? So you can do it in both the ways. Okay, for your product, you can give your own product as a free to the consumer. That is own selling promotion. And if you want to give free as the other product, okay, if you want to give other product as free for your product, you have to go for cross-selling. You have to go for a tie-up with the other company. So that is called as tie-ins marketing promotion. Next one is self-liquidating offer. Once the purchase is being made, you may be given a coupon. By using the coupon, you can get any product. Say, for example, if you finish a meal which costs around 200 rupees, after completion of taking these meals, you may be given with an opportunity that if you show this bill to the entrance counter, you may be given with a Coca-Cola, or you may be given with a sweet bida, etc. Right? So next one is premiums. Okay, so these when you go for a purchase, okay, you will be given with a special offer. Okay, if you go for a bulk pizza, mega sized pizza, you may be given with an offer. Then trade shows. So inside trade shows, you can get a particular place as a rent, inside which you can go for a trade show. You can display all the agri-related equipments, implements, seeds, fertilizers, all the other important inputs that is required for cultivation of agricultural crops. So inside which you will be going for a trade. Okay, you show all the products. The consumer will have an entrance fee. They will come inside. They will purchase whatever they want from the trade shows. So this is also one of the important marketing promotion strategies. So next one is trade-ins. Here you will be getting a product by giving another product to someone. So if your product is an old product, not only you give your old product to others, you have to pay an extra money to them to get a new product. So that is just an exchange of product between two people. That is called as trade-ins. Many times when you go for purchase of laptops, you don't have an idea to buy a laptop even after listening, after listening to the price of the laptop. But there may be an extra option mentioned in the online site, that is you can go for an exchange. Please give us an old laptop in the same company. Some 10,000 rupees will be deducted from the price of the new laptop. That is 60,000 means they will deduct the price as 50,000 when you give them a old product. So that is called as trade-ins. So now we'll see about different channels of sales promotion. Okay, the sales promotion can be done between manufacturer and retailers and consumers. And the trade promotions can be only done between manufacturer and retailers. Retail promotions can be done between retailers and consumers, because to attract the consumers, these promotions are done by retailers. That is why it is called as retail promotions. And to attract the retailers and wholesalers, the producers or manufacturers, they will go for some promotional strategies. That is called as trade promotions. In some cases, the manufacturers can directly try to cover consumers by giving some promotional advertisements. So this is trade promotions, where the objective is to increase the sales. But the tools that we use for sales promotion is you can reduce the price into half or 30%, etc. You can give some allowances to the wholesalers, retailers. You can give some buyback guarantees. Free, you can give some free goods as a token of love, and also for covering the wholesalers and retailers. You can conduct some contest. You can give premiums, rewards, discounts, push money, specialty advertising items. So these are some of the tactics that traders can use to promote their product to the wholesalers and retailers. So you can also exhibit your product inside a hall or inside a mall, shopping market, okay, retail market, etc., where you have to exhibit the process and actual functioning of your product. So it needs to be a motion. It needs to be in motion mode. It needs to be a mobile one, right? You need to exactly show the how the product is working, right? So next one is public relation or publicity. It is the information about the firm's product and services carried by the third party in an indirect way. So you can pay someone to disseminate the information about your product to consumers. Okay, so they'll be getting paid. The difference between advertisement and public relation is the public relation people, they will be in continuous contact with the persons. Even during some bad time also, they will be continuously contacting you. They'll be asking you for feedbacks, and they'll be helping you with their products just to cover the customers. Okay, after purchase services. Okay, so when you buy a laptop, they'll be keep on calling you. Is there a problem, sir? Do you want to change some of the parts? Do you want a service, etc.? Sometimes they'll be doing it for a free of cost for the first few years after the purchase. So that is called as public relations or publicity. Some of the examples for this is newspapers, magazine articles, charitable contributions, speeches, issuing advertisements, seminars, etc. So next one is direct marketing, where it is a form of advertising that allows business and non-profit to communicate directly to the consumers. Okay, so you can use the mobile messages, you can use emails, you can use interactive consumer websites also. Now, some of the websites you can even chat, even Amazon, Vodafone stores, okay, Redmi, MI stores, everywhere you can even chat with the customer executives, right? If you tell like hi, they'll be replying you very spontaneously. Okay, it is already fixed. Okay, so there'll be some person sitting, maybe it may be already programmed also. So you can ask whatever the doubt you have in your mind. So next one is online display. So through online also they'll be displaying you some advertisements. So you will be going to watch some other video. No, in between you may be given with another advertisement that may be your wish list for the past few months or years. Right. So you can use for direct marketing, you can use advertisements, flyers. Flyers is a piece of paper that consists of all the informations regarding the sellable product. Okay, it has all the profile of the product. Okay, so that you can, the piece of paper in the bus stands, no, railway stations, airports, you can give it to the normal public. They can read through it and they can try to make use of it. Okay, they can go for a purchase. Then catalogs, as I told you, I mean foldable multi-page catalogs, and followed by distribution, right? Promotional letters, outdoor advertising, outside the roadside, no, they may use lots of advertising methods, etc. Some of the examples for direct marketing that we often come across in our life for the past 20 years. Nowadays, I don't see executives, that is called sales executives, right? So these people will directly come to your home and they can explain the products. If it is household products, they will be asking for ladies for negotiation. And if it is something related to education product, right? Product which if it is related to education, they'll be calling for children, kids, college going girls and boys to negotiate with them with regard to price. They will try to explain the product to you within a limited period of time. So when I was talking about the training and incentives for the staff members of a company, so these trainings will be given for all these sales representatives. And because of this training, they will be very good in explaining things to the customers. Even by house, no, they will be moving. So next one is last one type of promotional strategy is merchandising, that is on-store shopping, right? Promoting the sale of goods at the retail outlet, that is in the supermarket, inside the mall, or inside your showroom or your shop, right? So what techniques that you can use here is you can provide some free samples for the customers. Okay, you can tell them like, if you are okay with this product, sir, you can come tomorrow and you can go for a bulk purchase. So if they are not satisfied, they will never come back. So that is free samples. Next one is on the spot demonstration, right? So on the spot, if you tell like how it works, if you ask questions like that, they'll be explaining you, they can take the product and they can show you how it works. Okay, if it is a mouse, they'll be telling like, you have to switch on this button, you need to put the Bluetooth adapter in the laptop, then followed by you need to go for scrolling down this mouse, then you can use this product. So this is on the spot demonstration. If it is a eatable thing, I mean, if it is an equipment, they will be running the equipment. If it is a machine, they will be running the machine on spot to convince you. Next one is pricing. You can go for negotiation of pricing with the sellers. And the next one is shelf talkers. Okay, so this is exactly, the picture is called shelf talkers. So when you go for a purchase to a supermarket, so in the rows, no, the product will be displayed in different rows, where you can see there will be some plate-like thing. No, there will be a board-like thing in the form of a paper or a chart or anything that displays something about the product. There may be some offer displayed, right? So there may be some free, there may be some price discount that is being displayed in the form of paper or chart boards. Okay. The last one is the special offers given by the retail outlets once you go for the purchase. Once you go for the purchase, on the spot, after you talk with them, after you try to convince them with price discounts, they may give you some special offers based on your transaction history. So if you have already purchased a lot of things from the same shop or same brand or company, you will be given with a special offer in the name of discount, premiums, coupons, etc. So examples I can tell you, washing powders, they will be giving some samples, shampoo packets, okay, soaps also they'll be giving first sample packets. Now the stores also, you can see that it will be very small in size. So once you have used it and once you have convinced with this product, you can go for a bulk purchase. So this is with respect to merchandising. So then finally, to conclude, I'll be talking with some of the promotional strategies, okay, marketing strategies. So merchandising is the major type of promotional activities that is being followed for agricultural and horticultural products. Okay, so that can be done by providing samples in the market. Example, for agriculture, they'll be giving, and tomato market in Nachipalayam is one of the areas in Tamil Nadu in India. They'll be giving you product samples. Sometimes they can make some tie-up with another company also, that is called as product tie. So that may be happening between two markets, or that may be happening between two companies, right? Right. So the next marketing strategy that we have seen is personal selling. So that can be done in the retail outlets, and you can also go for stall. It is another important marketing strategy of one's agricultural product. Example, Horti Intex Codicea. So Codicea is an important place that is famous for agricultural exhibitions. So that is available, that is located in Coimbatore region, inside which you can have exhibitions where you can exhibit all the agriculture related implements, seeds, fertilizers, and all the other inputs inside which. Okay, the farmers will be coming, they will be meeting up the sellers and manufacturers. Even the students, they will be coming, they will be coming to know about the profile of each and every agri related products. There are some special offers can be given to the products. Product samples can be given to the customers at retail exist along with their purchase, and trade fairs can be conducted. So this is the trade fair. So exhibition is given. So each and every store is a special product. No, it is a separate product. So there will be a person or representations will be standing there. They'll be explaining the profile of their respective products to the customers. And they can also keep displays that explains the profile of the products, even though there are no person standing to explain them, it is sometimes self-explanatory. And you can also conduct exhibitions. Through the exhibitions, you can sell your products. The next one is a guerrilla marketing, where you will be using different types of tactics to bring the attention of the customers, and you can explain your idea or product or service to the customers. You can use any unconventional ways. Okay, it has to be very different, right? So graffiti you can use, where you can use the paint sprays on the walls through which you can display your product. And sticker bombing also you can use. It is made of stickers. Using the stickers you can display your product and it can be advertised. And posting flyers also you can use. Okay, these flyers are a single page. It can be, will be very light. Okay, through which you can market your product, or even you can market your services, job opportunities, etc. That will be coming under service. Product, that will be coming under goods. And flash mobs is one of the important things, where when you go for a purchase, suddenly a group of people will come in front of you and they will be dancing in front of you. They'll be singing in front of you. Suddenly a group of 10 members will come and dance in front of you, and they'll be trying to promote their product, or they'll be trying to promote their ideology in front of the common public. So that is one of the important special type of marketing. And the last one is the viral marketing, where the marketing will be done very differently, and also it becomes so viral. And one of the important examples that I can quote for this is Vodafone Zuzu ad. So when the Zuzu ad came for the first time in India, it was so famous because of that Zuzu structure. Okay, the style of the Zuzu, it was so attractive for the customers. So within a matter of 1 month or 2 months, so this Zuzu ad has covered lots of customers' attention. So these are some of the techniques through which you can market your product in a different way. So when it is done in a different way, it may be coming under guerrilla marketing. So next one is product placement. So it is paying a movie studio or television show to include a product or service prominently in the show, right? So there may be a TV serial, there may be a movie inside which you can try to advertise your product, for which you can pay the movie producer some money, right? So by paying some money, your product will be displayed in the movie at any point of time. Based on the time duration in which your product is being displayed in that particular show, you have to pay them money. If it is for a longer duration, you have to pay them high cost. If it is shorter duration, accordingly, you can reduce the price, right? So there are other promotional strategies also to be followed: contest, social media, mail order marketing, product giveaways, point of sale promotion, end-cap marketing, customer referral incentive program. That means if you refer some 10 customers to buy a product, you will be given an offer, right? So that is happening in Google Pay also. If you send the referral code to the people, and if you add 15 people inside Google Pay, or 10 people inside Google Pay, you will be given a special scratch coupon. Okay, so that is called as customer referral incentive program. Causes and charity, branded promotional gifts, customer appreciation events, after sale customer service, right? So these are some of the other promotional strategies that we can use to promote our products, right? So that's all for today's lecture. So to tell it in a nutshell, we have seen something about market promotional strategies, in which we have seen some 5 different methods that includes advertising, personal selling, direct selling, different marketing, that is indirect marketing, guerrilla marketing, and other important promotional strategies that we have discussed. So all these promotional strategies, it is followed by the sellers, producers, or manufacturers to cover the ultimate consumers. Sometimes they will want to cover the wholesalers and retailers to sell their product. On the other side, consumers, it is found to be attractive for the consumers since they are given with lots of offers, takeaways after a purchase, free gifts after a purchase, they will be found this attractive. Okay, they will feel attractive, right? So because of this attraction, they will again come for another purchase. That will increase the sale of the sellers. And finally, this buying and selling process will give success not only the seller but also for the buyer. So that's all for today's class. Thank you very much for the patient listening. We will again meet up in some other class in the future course of time with some other interesting lectures. Thank you.